Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, so it's been quite a long time since I've made me one of these YouTube videos, and I don't really know where to start. So I've actually done a lot. We got back from Busco. As you know, that thing stopped working on me. It's been sitting on the trailer since Busco. Then a couple days after we got back from Busco, me and the family went down to Bike Week. I didn't really film a lot for Bike Week because it was like way too hectic, entirely too many people there, way too hectic for me to even get a camera out. I was riding, having a great time, making lots of memories with my family. I filmed a little bit. Here's a little bit of that. And that's pretty much all that I filmed from Bike Week. So it wasn't a lot, I just went out and had a great time. But today, we're gonna figure out what's wrong with that YXZ. I know what's wrong with it, I already bought the parts for it, but I just gotta get it over here, that way we can start working on it. But let me go ahead and show y'all what I got for it. So, we already know, because me and Kyle like figured it out, we started working on it. It was a starter relay. That was the only thing that it was, hopefully the only thing that it was, because it was reading a code 12 on the screen when you turn the key on, and that means it was a crankshaft position sensor. I didn't really want to deal with that, which also means it was inside the stator cover, and you got to do the stator and the crankshaft position sensor all at once, and I was like, all right, well maybe it's not that. So me and Kyle literally just hot wired the starter relay, and it started right up. So hopefully it is a starter relay. I went ahead and also bought me a battery. It's in the house, I gotta go grab it. And I went ahead and bought me some oil to do my first oil change on it, because I have yet to do that. Sorry, am I boring you? What do you want, Harley? Am I boring you with my talking? Probably. Anyways, got me a starter relay, got me a new battery, got me some oil. It still needs brakes, I gotta buy brakes. Still needs diff change fluid, transmission fluid. It needs all of that fun stuff. But for right now, we're gonna do the starter relay, we're gonna do the battery, and if we get around to it, we're gonna do the oil. I might end up doing the oil change tomorrow. But this video is gonna go out on Thursday, because on Thursday, me, Kyle, and Luke, and Tim are headed up to New Jersey for a weekend with the boys. That should be a blast. I am bringing my camera with me, so hopefully I can get a video out of Jersey, because this is going to be my first time going to Jersey, and every year that they go, it always seems like a wild time. So I'm excited to go to Jersey, because I'm going to wild out a little bit. But anyways, let's get on with today's video. I'm gonna throw you up on the tripod, get the YXZ around here so we can start working on it. I hope you guys are having an absolute fantastic day, whether it be morning or night, whichever one it is. Hope you guys are living your best lives, because like I always say, you only have one life. If you're not doing what you want, you're doing it wrong. That whole 9-to-5 work life, it's not for me, but it might be for you. So if it's for you, continue to do it, continue to do your best as always. But that's enough battling for me. Let's get to working on this YXZ. I need to add some improvements to this trailer. There's some things I want to do to it, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. If you guys would like to see me do like a trailer overhaul, leave it down in the comments, because I'd love to do some. Alright, well, we got the YXZ out in front of us, so now we can work on it. I've never done an oil change on this thing, but I watched a couple videos, and I do know it's going to be pretty hard, because I have to take all of these skid plates off. So I might actually just run this thing by Kyle's and put it on his lift, because that would make it a hell of a lot more easier than doing it on my back. So that might be where we end up tonight. But as for right now, I'm going to go ahead and put the starter relay in it and the new battery and see if we can get this thing working, because I really hope that's all it is. I hope it's not a crankshaft position sensor or stator or something else. So let's keep our fingers crossed and let's go ahead and get to work. All right, so I went ahead and went to Weller and bought me apparently one of the absolute best batteries you can buy for this YXZ. So hopefully this thing works and it fits perfect and I ain't got to worry about it anymore. I don't really know if this thing needed a battery, but I went ahead and bought one anyways, just to be safe, because okay, we have a box inside a box. Oh, I'm on some YXZ forums and Facebook pages and stuff like that, and they said this is one of the best batteries to buy for the YXZs to give it all the power that it needs. And if you're hooking up additional lights and winches and stuff like that, which is what I have on my YXZ, then this is the battery to go. So once I get this thing open, oh good, it's a box inside of a box inside of a box. Why didn't we just, all right, Weller. Each one gradually gets harder to get out of the box. And none of you better say anything about my Jesus sandals, you hear me? They're comfortable, leave me alone, I'm a grown-ass man. All right, box inside of a box inside of a box. Let's see what's inside this box. Hopefully a battery, or maybe it's another box. Strap me in, Poppy. Box inside of a box inside of a box, and here we are, a battery. So before I put this new battery in, I am gonna go ahead and put that starter relay on. Hopefully that will start it, but if not, probably because the battery's dead, I accidentally left it on all night one night. So battery's pretty much toast. We'll put the starter relay in, and we'll put the battery in. Then we're hopefully gonna crank this thing, and then if it cranks, might start taking the, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'm going to start working on it side by side. All right, well, as you can see, this thing also needs a new air filter, but I cannot find me an air filter that fits. So what I'm also going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go to Dirt Launch, which is a YXZ-based side-by-side power sports, kind of generic anything, and get me the Dirt Launch air intake that goes like over here on the bar. I have to do that eventually, but for right now, I also have to find something that can go on here before Thursday, because this K&N is absolutely trashed. And I also read that K&Ns are not the best filters for side-by-sides because of mud, dirt, dust, yada, yada, yada. But anyways, to get us started, this right here is the starter relay. So you got a power, and you got a negative, and you got a plug. So super simple. Undo the positive, undo the negative, unplug it, plug the new one back in, and bada bing, bada boom. All right, got the new one out with the old and in with the new. And plug it back in. And just like that, you have a new starter relay. It literally just takes seconds. Get that old plastic off there and stick the new one down inside there. All right, so starter relay is now in. Battery is completely dead, so we're gonna go ahead and undo this battery. Now there's so many cords in here. I hate the way that this was done by the previous owner. It's kind of just all thrown in here. These don't really even do anything. These just go to the pods in the back, so I don't really need these, but all right. And let's go ahead and see if we can get this battery out. Oh, all right, old battery out, new battery coming in. Like a glove. Now to just hook everything back up. All right, everything is put back in. Hopefully I did everything right. I guess let's just turn the key and see if the thing starts. All right, well, we got power. See if it explodes. Solid. Running at 13.6 volts, 13.9 volts, running 12 on the air-fuel ratio. We did everything right. I've literally been sitting in the car like this for the last 20 minutes, so my knees are definitely about to leave the chat. But I'm gonna sit in here. I'm gonna go ahead and button everything up, and then might text Kyle and see if I can bring this thing over for an oil change real fast. So you guys just stay tuned. Well, she's running good as new, I guess. Can't really tell, but she's running again, so that's a plus. Glad we finally got this thing figured out. I was really worried I was gonna have to buy a whole new stator. I was gonna have to take the rear end apart because the stator, might be loud for a second, it's right here. So I would have to take that entire case off just to get to the crankshaft position sensor, but you can't just replace the crankshaft position sensor on these YXZs. You gotta do the sensor and the stator at the same time. So I'm gonna let this thing warm up, get it to operating temperature, then we'll drive it around, see if it's fine, see if it turns off, see if it does anything weird, which it shouldn't, but rather be safe than sorry. And then when we get done with that, I'll probably call Kyle and see if I can come over and do an oil change. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing for a little rip and see how good she does. All right, let's go for a little rip. Warmed up a little bit. This thing is still so disgusting from mud bash. I pressure washed it off, but I guess I didn't really do that good of a job. These side-by-sides are so hard to keep clean. Yeah, she still rips. We're good. Oh, and just like that, I might not be taking it to Jersey anymore because I just slammed it into a tree. So, I don't know if y'all guys can see that, but yeah, I slammed my front driver's side or front passenger side wheel right into a tree, and I thought that was a crack for a second, and I bent my tie rod. See that? Yeah, that's good. That is what you want right there. Took it down into the trails, not realizing how narrow the trails were, and yeah, I smacked it hard. I smacked it so hard my Jesus sandals flew off my feet. So that's good. This one is angled out just a little bit, got a little bit toe outwards. This one is cambered in and towed inwards. I was literally driving it back there behind the pond up here and it was tracking to the right. So I'm gonna have to buy a new tie rod. Yeah, I mean everything looks good besides that. See how straight and like perfect that one is? Then you come over here and look at this one and that's not straight at all. That looks like me, crooked. So that's what I get. Should have just put it back on the trailer and drove it to Kyle's, but tried to go hot dogging and got hot dogged. So now I'm gonna look up a part for that. Hopefully it'll come in before Thursday, which I seriously doubt, but if it does, I'm gonna put that on. Alrighty, and just like that, Garrett spent $240 for beefed up tie rod ends. Thank you, Super ATV. I love you guys. But they will be shipped to New Jersey because that's where we'll be Thursday. They're supposed to arrive Friday, so hopefully we can get this thing fixed by Friday, and then we can take it out and rip. We're supposed to be going to Jersey from like Thursday to Tuesday or something like that. I honestly have no idea. I'm just gonna pack a bag, load this side-by-side up on Kyle's trailer, and we are gonna head out. Hopefully have a great time. Hopefully there's nothing else wrong with this thing. It starts, it runs. Hopefully now it'll be tracking straight because right now it tracks hard to the right. I'm gonna wait for Kyle to get home. He said he should be home around 6. And then I'm gonna head over there and do the oil change on this because I really don't wanna do it on my back because you gotta take the skid plates off and you gotta do a whole bunch of crap. So it'd be way easier just to do it when it's on the lift. Well, I guess while I'm here and I have some time to waste, I might as well go ahead and give y'all a little update on the Harley. So, as you know, we just went to Bike Week last weekend. Y'all saw some footage of that. The Harley is looking good. Now, she's done upright. The only thing she has done to her now, I don't know if any of y'all are interested in Harleys or not, but I have a big fascination with Harleys. This is my 2012 Harley Road King Classic. 21-inch front wheel. Chrome everything, aux beam headlights. Finally got some highway pegs on it after such a long time. It is sitting on air ride. It goes up and down, really cool move. It also has Custom Dynamics plasma rods in the back, Custom Dynamics brake lights. Me and Dad actually put those on. I was supposed to make a video for them, but I never got around to it, so this is that. Thank you, Custom Dynamics. They sent me damn near everything that you could put on a Road King on there. So huge shout out to them. They will be linked in the description. Custom Dynamics, if you're watching, I apologize. I never made a video on it. It just wasn't turning out to be a solid video. So Custom Dynamics sent me out plasma rods, which are these things right here. I'll turn the key on that way y'all guys can see it. These right here are the plasma rods. They light up. They do different colors. They do all sorts of stroby things. So when you brake, they'll flash 5 times and then go straight solid. So those are pretty cool. I don't know what it's doing right now. I think that's because I just don't have the key near it. But it does have extended bags on it. Got air ride. The only thing that we have to do now is apes. So I think I'm going to do 16-inch hooker apes, which these I think are mini 10s or mini 12s. I'm not too sure, but 16s will bring it up to about right here. Definitely give it more of that cholo look, which is what I'm going for. Got some other odds and ends things to do. I need to take it to my buddy Justin and have him do a complete overhaul on this thing, ceramic coat it, polish it, yada, yada, yada. And if y'all guys saw my other video on Dad's bike, this is Dad's 2023 Road Glide, custom painted, 1 of 1 by Hampton Designs. I mean, this thing is absolutely incredible. Every direction you look, burnt orange everywhere. He's got some honeycomb everywhere that you can look. And then while Dad was also at Bike Week, he went ahead and got these new plasma rods that they just came out with. They're not actually called plasma rods. I'm not sure what they're called actually, but these things are super bright. He also got a license plate kit. They got LEDs inside here. He went ahead and spent some money. He also has new LEDs right inside here for you to see and right here as well. But man, this bike is so sexy. It does not matter which way you look at it, you always get a good view of it. But you can't go wrong with an old school Road King, if you know what I'm talking about. So if y'all guys are interested in any Harley content, I don't post it very much because usually when I do, it doesn't do very good. But if y'all guys want to see some Harley content, I would love to hop on it, put a GoPro on me, go ride around and talk. I'm not too sure if my audience is like up for that, but hey, but I know some of you out there enjoy Harleys just as much as I do. So if y'all guys are interested in that, leave it down in the comments. Also, if y'all guys want to see me do a trailer haul on this thing, because the trailer's old and gross, but it works. But I really think I can make this thing look better. Harley, what are you doing? Eating my hog head bone? Yes, you are. Yes, you are, cute little girl. What are you doing? Say hey to the camera. Say hey. All right, you little pitiful little thing. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we finally made it to Kyle's. I went ahead and put the side-by-side up on his lift. Now the only thing I gotta do is get rid of this old oil filter. I gotta drain it out of this plug right here as well. And then I gotta go up to the dry sump tank, which is right there, and drain it out of there. I'm gonna go ahead and set you up on a tripod. Y'all guys just sit back and relax, and we'll get this oil change on its way. Let her rip, Tater Chip.
I think you're due for a new bolt, by the way, and you're definitely cleaning the socket off because I'm not doing it.
You got it.
I'll just leave that.
Oh, oil looks not bad.
No.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand.
Now, I read on the forums that these things make an ungodly noise when you start them because there's no oil in it yet. So, yeah, well, you just wait and listen to this noise because it's actually really scary. Now, I don't know if y'all heard that, but like the real weird grinding noise for just a couple seconds, that's what that weird noise is that everybody talks about when they change the oil on these things. So instead of just doing the typical 2.85, I'm just gonna go ahead and put 3 quarts in here because the 8.5 really isn't gonna make that much of a difference between 8.5 and 3 quarts. So we're just gonna run 3 quarts and hopefully we don't ever float, which I seriously doubt we will. So it'll be fine. Turbo needs oil, so we're gonna give her all the oil she can have. So now I'm just gonna let it sit here. I'm gonna get it at operating temperature and then I'm gonna check the oil. Well, we're a little low on the oil. So the owner's manual says you should do 2.85 and obviously that wasn't enough because I went ahead and put 3 quarts in it, but I've read a bunch of reviews that say sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 2.85, sometimes it's 3.5. So I'm gonna put a half a quart of this 10W40 inside there and see if I can see it on the stick. And if I can't, then we'll just continue to add it until I see it on the stick.
There we go.
I don't know if y'all guys can see that, but there's oil on the dipstick now. For this motor, about 3.5 quarts is what she likes. Now the only thing to do is button everything back up, put the skid plate underneath it, and we are ready to rock and roll. So I'm just gonna pick y'all up when it is all said and done. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was kind of all over the place from starting the video to bike week. Whole bunch of stuff has happened today, but if you made it this far, leave it down in the comments, say I made it to the end. I appreciate all of you. I'm gonna go ahead and load this thing back onto the trailer so we can get it ready for Thursday because like I said, Thursday we going to New Jersey. Kyle, you ready to go to New Jersey?
Why are you bothering putting it on the trailer if it's just coming right back here?
You know, that's actually true. Why don't I just leave it here? Alright, well, I'm just going to leave it here because we're leaving in 48 hours. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do so. If you have not liked the video already, make sure to do that as well. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. God bless you. And God bless this country. And I will see y'all probably next week for New Jersey's video. Alright? Alright. Peace.